Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, November 21st, 2018. I'm Donis Wilkinson-Keynes. The National Commission on Universal Health Care held its first town hall meeting in Nevis on Tuesday evening, November 20th. Felicia Liburd tells us more.
The NIA's Ministry of Health on Nevis hosted a town hall meeting for the National Commission on Universal Healthcare at Bath Village Hard Court on Tuesday evening of November 20th. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Nicole Slack-Liburd, chaired the event.
So when we talk about what is universal healthcare, we're looking at a healthcare system that provides quality services and financial protection to all citizens of the country. I know that when we talk about universal healthcare, we know that many persons, about 30% of the population, is covered by private health insurance, both in St. Kitts and Nevis, and so we understand that there's a huge gap in the number of persons covered. So we have to find a strategy to look and see how we can provide services to a majority of the population or all of the population, and so we're going to discuss what access to all means and also look for your definition.
The Permanent Secretary also noted the importance of the input from the general public.
This move towards universal health care, when we first started officially in February of 2018, there was a national commission that was announced that there are two members in Nevis, myself and Dr. Cardell Rollins. In collaboration, we form part of a multi-sectoral team from members also including from St. Kitts, and we have a variety of members, private sector, Chamber of Commerce, Ministry of Health in St. Kitts. We have social services, legal department. So as we know, health is everyone's business, and so we need everyone's input as we move forward in this discussion.
Premier and Minister of Health, the Honorable Mark Brantley, was also present at the meeting. The meeting was interactive, and persons in the audience got the opportunity to ask questions and make suggestions. I'm Felicia Liburd reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Meantime, the Honorable Mark Brantley, the substantive Minister of Health in the Nevis Island Administration, has described the introduction of universal health care as a significant development for the people of the Federation. Minister Brantley is encouraging the island's residents to be a part of the ongoing consultation, which commenced in Bath Village on Tuesday evening.
We have sought to say to our people, particularly our young people, that they ought to get some insurance, health insurance, so that when that inevitable bout of sickness comes, they have some protection. Of course, not everybody has done that. And so we have a pool of people in our country who are without the protection of insurance for purposes of their health, for themselves and their families. And so the federal government has taken this initiative. It has been talked about for a very long time. I'm very happy that we are at a point now where we are moving forward to a considerable degree to take us to universal health insurance.
The consultation hosted by the National Commission on Universal Health Care is intended to educate persons and receive feedback on the Green Paper on Universal Health Care, which includes issues such as financing options and proposed benefit packages.
On Thursday, the 22nd of November, we have the second in Nevis at the St. Paul's Anglican Church, similarly at 7 p.m. Monday, the 26th of November, we have the Franklin Brown Community Center, again at 7 p.m. Thursday, the 27th of November, the Handley's Road Community Center, again at 7 p.m. And then the final session will be on Tuesday, the 4th of December, at the Jessop's Community Center. Now, I know that members of the public will say, well, what happened to my village? What happened to Fountain? What happened to Rollins? What happened to Zion? What happened to Brownhill? I want you to understand that we are doing one in each parish. And so we're going to have 5 consultations, one in each parish, and I certainly encourage the members of the public, please, this is your health. This is an initiative to better secure your health care. This is an initiative to ensure that when you get sick or your family members get sick, you don't have to be around town with one of those cards. You all know those cards asking people for donations? This is to put us on a proper footing and move us forward. It is a monumental and transformational effort, and I ask you please to go out and ensure that you are a part of it.
Premier Brantley also commended Federal Minister of Health, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, and his team for the phenomenal job of putting the universal healthcare system together. Junior Minister of Gender Affairs, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, is among parliamentarians, ministers, and representatives of national gender machineries, civil society, and multilateral organizations from across the Caribbean who are attending a conference in Barbados co-hosted by Parlaméricas, UN Women, Caribbean Institute for Women in Leadership, and the Commonwealth. The conference, which is being held at the Radisson Aquatica Resort from November 19th to 21st, brings together representatives from 10 Caribbean countries seeking to advance gender-responsive leadership and governance in the region. The theme is Transformational Leadership for Gender Equality in the Caribbean, Regional Strategies and Partnerships. Minister Brandy Williams says being able to contribute to the draft CARICOM Regional Gender Equality Action Plan and Policy is pivotal for her. It will not only be helping women in Nevis, but women across the region realize their goal of making it into Parliament. The policy also looks at the social protection of women's and girls' access to public services, builds sustainable infrastructure, and most importantly, empowers women and girls. The participants at the Barbados meeting come from St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Anguilla, Barbados, Bahamas, Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, Dominica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Belize, St. Lucia, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. The patron for the conference is Dame Billy Miller, a former member of the Caribbean Institute for Women in Leadership, who continues to be an advocate for women's political participation. Still to come,
we sincerely hope that the information shared will impact us in a positive way and that we may apply the principles in our families.
We'll give you the details after this break. Welcome back. Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, described an increase in employment figures on Nevis for the first half of 2018 as encouraging. At his November 20th press conference, the Premier stated that statistics from a comparative analysis report for January to June versus the same period in 2017 conducted by the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board reveals the increase.
The data for our review period, January to June 2018, showed that 217 persons registered with Social Security on Nevis. Among these registrants were 109, or 50.2% females, and 108, or 49.8% males. The monthly data during the review period also revealed that registration figures range from 30 in May to 53 in April, averaging 36 registrants per month. A look at the age distribution of the registrants revealed that 143, or 65.9%, fell into the age category of 16 to 29, 70, or 32.3%, fell in the category 30 to 62, and 0.9%, were under 16, and 0.9% were over 62.
Of the new registrants, the wholesale and retail trade sector received 48, or 22.1%. The hotel and restaurant sector accounted for 45, or 20.7%, and the construction sector 29, or 13.4%.
A brief comparison of the period January to June 2018 to the corresponding period in 2017 revealed that the number of employee registrants on Nevis increased from 124 registrants in 2017 to 217 registrants in 2018. This represents a growth in employee registration of 93, or 75%.
According to Premier Brantley, this is significant for Nevis, a small economy that is trying to create employment.
We know that not everybody is captured by Social Security. We also know that there are people from St. Kitts who work in Nevis who will be captured by Social Security in St. Kitts because they're registered over there and therefore will not register over here. So when we see numbers like this, we can deduce that the numbers are in fact higher in terms of employment than reflected here. But for Nevis to record a 75% increase in new registrations, meaning new workers, new people coming onto the rolls of Social Security for the first 6 months of 2018 compared to 2017, I think that is significant.
From January to June 2018, 38 persons also registered as self-employed persons, 12 women and 26 men, an increase of 31% compared to 2017. In more local news,
our theme today is positive parenting, and every parent would like to be the best parent, especially in times like these when the nations are overwhelmed with various issues such as preteen sexuality and mental health. May today be the day when our fears and ignorance are put aside as we embrace the truth as it relates to positive parenting that we must embrace. We will also be educated on the negative effects of bullying and the part we must play as responsible parents to rid our society of this plague that poses a threat to our children's welfare.
Member of the Single Parent Support Group, Lydia Lawrence, speaking at the opening ceremony of the group's annual parenting seminar on Wednesday, November 21st at the Red Cross building in Charlestown. Lawrence also spoke about the topics that will be covered in the day's session.
Identifying a bully. How do I stop him? How do I stop her? Young people and mental health in a changing world, and preteens and their sexuality, what parents need to know. Okay. We sincerely hope that the information shared will impact us in a positive way and that we may apply the principles in our families and share the various information to other parents who were not able to attend this workshop today.
The topics were covered by Nurse Delia Simmons, Leah Stone Morrison, Joseph Liebert, and Delisi Julius of the Mental Health Unit. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development, Keith Glasgow, commended the group for their efforts over the years.
I want to begin by commending the Single Parent Support Group for its efforts over the last number of years in trying to educate our parents. I think that the group has done a superb job.
Deputy Director of the Social Services Department, Joyce Moven, was also present, as well as a number of single parents. All media houses and the general public are being invited to learn more about the Ministry of National Security's new crime reduction and prevention strategy. Members of the Community Policing Initiative team and Explorers Community Youth Clubs from St. Kitts will visit Nevis on Friday, November 23rd, to introduce and sensitize the Nevisian public about the development of the clubs and to interact with parents in selected communities. Upon arrival at the Charlestown Ferry Terminal at 10 a.m., the explorers will march through Charlestown to the Villa grounds. All media houses and members of the public are invited to witness this march and to be present at the Villa grounds where Osmond Petty, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security, Inspector Rosemary Als Joseph, leader of the Community Policing Team, as well as Dr. Niels Chaitan, International Social Skills Consultant and Crime Reduction Specialist, will introduce the Ministry's new Crime Reduction and Prevention Strategy aimed at changing community norms through the development of the Explorers Community Youth Clubs. That's how we end this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.